Your obsession with sticking to your timeline is ruining your life. Let me tell you why. Now, a lot of people, especially women, have these very strict deadlines around certain times that they want to reach in terms of career milestones when they get into their first relationships and everything. And I understand where it comes from. But it is harming you because you have really high standards on one hand, but then you have really strict deadlines, which means that there's so much pressure and scarcity of like having to reach a certain place or meet a certain person or do a certain thing by a certain time. I had this as well. All of my deadlines, I'd make this big vision board and I'd have all these goals and I'd say, this is what I need to have by this time. And I would get so much done, and then I would feel really bad because I didn't get the one or two things done by that certain deadline, or I would rush to get things done. And a more personal example, but one that really affected me, was I never was in a relationship until I was 22, and I chose to do that because I really wanted to be alone and single and be a woman before I became a girlfriend. And I really just wanted to like spend time alone, live alone, travel alone, do the stuff, figure out what I want to do, what I want to be. But I also felt this pressure of like, oh my god, I'm 22 years old and I've never been in a relationship. I want to have one. And last year I was like, I want to have one, like by the end of the year. And I met someone who I did really love, but definitely was not the right person for me. And when we were about to get together, we got in this massive argument, and it was between kind of not being together or getting together and trying to work through it. And honestly, the timeline was a big factor for me. I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna start again? Like, I don't want to be 23 and never having been in a relationship, but who cares? If you take a bit longer, if you're not Forbes 30 under 30 but you reach success at 32, or if you get married at 35 or whatever, like we are in a time and an age where lots of things that weren't possible, like having children, like doing all this stuff, like reaching certain career milestones, are possible now. Also, ageism and women is a whole topic because you see it at every end. I'm 22 years old right now, and I deal with my fair share of ageism for being the youngest woman in the room, but I know the oldest woman in the room sees it as well. The woman who's leaving to have children sees it. The woman who's coming back after having her kids and they've gone to uni see it. So enjoy where you're at. There is no rush. Abandon your timeline because your timeline is making you miserable. Your deadlines are making you miserable. Don't change the goal, change the timeline. That's my dare for you.